dreams I had as a kid, they're actually happening, which is it's bizarre and wild.
Drugs cannot reach the high that I'm getting. You better just give 100%. Love what you're doing, where you're at. Because after that moment's gone, it's gone.
But I'm gonna always aim high. And I'm gonna know that, like, well, if it doesn't happen, I can keep going.
Art support.
People see the 30%. They don't see the 70% of not making it or not getting what you want.
Where is that transition from here to there? And that transition didn't just happen overnight. That's the first thing I want to say. In order to do what I do at the level I'm doing at, you have to train yourself, your mind, your body, your spirit, your mental state like an athlete. I'm training for a perpetual competition all year long. I tell you, it is a long, long process. It's a process that you can't understand where it's going to go. Where it's going to go. Success is a very subjective word. I mean, most people, when they think of success, they think about money. Like, how much money did you make? That is absolutely not the right way to think about success. Success is how you feel about yourself. And success doesn't have to be this grand moment in your life, because that just doesn't happen.
That's the problem with social media right now, is that you're comparing yourself to people that have like this large success, and you're like, I want to play there. Well, you first have to go with what you have in front of you and make that meaningful.
It was like a crazy scenario for me, because we were crushing it, and yet we're completely in debt. And I was like, there's no way I could pull myself out of this. There's no financial way that Dimma can actually get out of this hole right now. And then I was DJing on the side, and those $200 shows actually meant something. I paid off all the interest, I paid off all the debt, all from DJing. That was like the best feeling ever, holy
Like, first of all, you have to tell yourself, it's hard in the beginning, and you have to just fight through it, because what else are you gonna do? Like, if you keep crying or not, I don't wanna say, that sounds like mean, but if you keep complaining about things not happening to you, then you're not using that time to actually make the small things happen. Because everything starts off small. There's no like A to Z. You have to go to B first. Everything starts small. My first shows, I was playing for 5 people, like a quarter of the people in the room. When I started DJing, I was playing, I remember when like 5 people would be like, yeah, and there was like, everyone else just doesn't give a shit. I'm like, those are my 5 people. I focus on them. I was sucked as a DJ then. Like, I could barely mix. I was horrible. But I'm surprised they even let me DJ. I'm like, why were you? I mean, I was like train wrecking live, because I didn't have a set. I would have to practice at the gig. I didn't have turntables at my apartment. So I would practice before I would show up for like an hour or 2, so I could learn how to beat match before every gig.
And you were doing gigs where somebody'd pay you $50, but then they thought you were so bad that they'd let you come back, but they were going to pay you less.
Oh yeah, that happened a lot of times. I mean, I was lucky to even get paid. But the most important thing is, at the moment in time that you're working on it, you want to make that moment as significant as possible, and not think, well, I have to be here, I gotta get there. It's like, no, just make whatever you're doing right now the best that you can make it, and the people around you can feel that same way. I really am so lucky. When I'm on the stage, when I'm playing, there's no greater high that I can experience in my life. It is the absolute pinnacle. Drugs cannot reach the high that I'm getting. I am completely sober. I don't drink before shows. I don't do any drugs. I let the moment and the real raw connection I'm having bring me to that level. It's strangers, people I don't know, that I'm connecting with in a very intimate way. And I'm so lucky to do what I do. And at some point in time, I won't be able to do it anymore. Just recently in Newport Beach, I was like bawling my eyes out playing.
Why?
Just like, you know, you just go down the web hole of like how every moment matters. And it makes me think about my mom. Every moment with her matters. it makes me think about my friends that have passed away. And those moments matter, because when they're gone forever. You better just give 100%. Love what you're doing, where you're at. Because after that moment's gone, it's gone.
My plan has always been kind of unhinged. It's just like I go where my passion leads me, and I feel free. The entire world is my playground. And that's what I've been doing, you know, working with BTS, working with Daddy Yankee, working with, you know, like homegrown American acts to, you know, I really want to sample and like work with artists from every single part of the world. It's actually limitless. That's what's so exciting, it's limitless. To the point where I'm like, what other things can I jump into? That made me think, I can now work with scientists on songs, with Ray Kurzweil, with J.J. Abrams, with Aubrey de Grey, with, you know, Bill Nye. Like anyone could be on a song. You and I could do a song. It doesn't matter if you have any musical experience, because I just need you in the room and you just be you. Anything can happen now. I really believe like there's things that were complete dream scenarios, like DJ in space. I really think that can possibly happen. Yeah. Like there's situations like that you think would never happen, and they possibly can happen, you know? So I don't think you should limit yourself in the end, you know? Where music, the subculture community gave me that, the tools to be like, you could say something now, and you can now talk about your frustrations, your, you know, anger, whatever it might be, resentment, whatever it is that you're living with. I really want to showcase to all the young people that the shy kids, that the kids that are like, yo, I will not be successful like that. I will have to like sit in a cubicle and do, you know, the boring stuff, which is actually what my dad told me to do. It's like, that's real life. You have other ways to look at your scenario. You know, when I was a kid, I was very, very shy. I had like a lot of energy I wanted to share with the world. I'm always combusting with energy, but I was very, very insecure. You know, I was lost and I didn't know how to be able to express myself. And I thought I was gonna be like that for the rest of my life. I think one of the most important things talking about that I've learned in this whole game is managing my expectations. Because I go into it thinking, I go into it knowing that 70% of the things I want to do aren't going to happen, even at my level. And it's going to continue to be like that. But I'm going to always aim high. And I'm going to know that, like, well, if it doesn't happen, I can keep going. So I have to go into it that approach. I think that's one of the major lessons I've learned in all of this, is to manage my, you know, aim high, but manage my expectations of success. I think if you keep trying, you're going to get something. And you want to keep growing that. So I think that's like, it's the power of being present and like really, really being beholden to the gratitude of what you have. You know, if you have that lap of luxury and you don't understand, you know, how to deal with situations on your own, then you're never going to be able to truly grow. That's really one of the main reasons why I wanted to be successful, is just to show him I can do it on my own.